Everybody, it's 6 o'clock. We'll get this meeting started here. So I'll call this meeting to order. And to start off with, I'd like to welcome my brother Frank and Randall Phipps. Frank's going to lead us in the prayer. And Randall, we appreciate your service in the military. He's a U.S. Army veteran and served in the 82nd Airborne Division during the Vietnam War. Is that right? So we thank you for that. Thank you for your service.
Amen.
Yeah. So if everybody would, I'd like for everybody to stand. And Frank, would you lead us in the prayer?
Most kind, gracious, and loving Heavenly Father, all-knowing and all-wise God, we look to you today, Lord, for guidance, for help, for wisdom, to make good, right choices and good for your glory. God, we pray, Father, your blessings upon this meeting tonight. God, for each one, Lord, that they may look to please you above everything else. God, that they may have respect one for another, Lord, and they may everything go good. Lord, just give us wisdom, understanding, faith and courage and boldness, Lord, that we may serve you reverently with godly fear. But Lord, there's a lot of things on their agenda tonight. I pray, Lord, that you might help them and make them the right choices, Lord, for the benefit of our community, that we may be blessed and prospered, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Randall, if you don't care to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. All right. Now, the number 2, we need an approval of the minutes. Looks like we had a June 23rd solid waste meeting, a budget meeting on the 23rd, and a regular meeting on the 23rd. June 30th, we had a public hearing for the salaries of the Board of Supervisors, and the special meeting on June 30th. Anybody like to make a motion to accept
Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion that we take them all at one time. If there's no questions, I make a motion that we approve all those minutes.
those?
I'll second it.
Appreciate it. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now, we have an approval of the agenda. Do we have any additions, subtractions?
We do, Mr. Chair. I would like to add on item 12 under appointments, if we can add an item E for the Dickinson County Tourism Committee. We had failed to include that when the agenda went out. Is that all, Madam Clerk?
Friday, yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, where was that amendment at?
E.
It's item 12, or I'm sorry, 12E, the
Okay.
Dickinson County Tourism Committee. I think Danny's just coming from that meeting right now, aren't you?
Okay. Thank you.
So we'll need a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of 12E, Dickinson County Tourism Committee.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? All right. On 14, I'm going to have to separate out the approval of the expenditures. I had a expense come through the greenhouse, which I don't own the greenhouse, but just to be on the safe side, I want to pull myself out from that. I'm going to abstain from the expenditures.
Do you want us to pull that out and vote on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
by itself?
Yeah, if we can separate the A there, approval of expenditures, and then we can do B through I.
I make a motion that we will approve, I make a motion to approve the expenditures on the consent agenda.
With the exception of the greenhouse.
Yeah, we'll have to
We
separate
don't
out.
have to do that
He
on it.
just abstained from the expenditures, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay.
So you just,
Yeah.
you want it to vote on it separate, or?
Do we have to vote separate on that?
That was the motion, yeah.
You don't have to. You can either abstain from the whole list, or if you want it separated out, then we can do that too.
Okay, so I can just abstain from the whole.
Abstain from the
Okay.
expenditures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it a whole then. I'll just abstain from the whole consent agenda.
No, 4A. She made the motion for 4A to approve that.
Yeah.
Just that one, the
Okay.
expenditures.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And I will abstain. And now we need a motion for the rest of it.
I'll make a motion that we approve B through I on the consent agenda.
Sheriff's not here.
He is.
We're gonna need a second.
Second.
You, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well.
Sheriff, he said, did you want to ask him if he wanted
I
to?
didn't
He,
see it.
he said he wasn't prepared for it.
Okay.
He had a busy day today.
Understand.
He looked like he had a busy month.
Busy month, yeah. Yeah, they're always busy, ain't they?
Yeah.
So now we're down to number 5. Public comment. Mr. Sturgill, would you?
Yes. There shall be a time limit for each individual speaker of 3 minutes. A representative of a group may have up to 5 minutes to make a presentation. Speakers are not permitted to donate time to other speakers. No speaker's time shall be extended except by unanimous consent or a 2/3 vote of the board members present. Prohibited conduct. Persons appearing before the board will not be allowed to campaign for public office, promote private business ventures, use profanity or vulgar language, use language which insults or demeans any person when directed at a public official or employee when not related to his or her official duties. However, citizens have the right to comment on the performance, conduct, and qualifications of public figures, make frivolous statements, interrupt other speakers, or engage in behavior that disrupts the meeting, engage in behavior that intimidates others, or address the board on issues that do not concern the services, policies, or affairs of the county.
Thank you, Mr. Sturgill. So now our floor is open up for public comment. If anybody wants to make a public comment, you can step up to the podium, state your name and address, please. Or if anybody wants to call in, it's 276-333-0357. Don't look like we're gonna get anybody from the audience.
Got one.
We've got one.
Oh, well, we are.
Hi, my name is Timothy Ralph. I live 17, well, I live right outside of Clintwood. My concern is the flock cameras in town. Jeremy, I sent you a thing today, and I just wanted to talk to you just straight up, nothing bad or anything like that. Just want to know why we need them here. There's no crime in Dixon County.
He's not.
Yeah.
Illegals ain't running over top of each other. You know what I'm
Sir,
saying? Why do we need them here? It's a violation of our Fourth Amendment.
Mr. Rapp.
They're down at the end of town, Clinchco and Hayside, right?
So the ones in the town of Clintwood, you'd have to reach out to someone from the town.
Do what?
The town council, or that wouldn't be me.
Okay.
That would be Danny or someone.
So who do I need
Yeah, I
to get
just
up
said
with?
it.
Do
The
what?
mayor,
The mayor?
town council.
Okay.
He's a
Those
mayor.
counties belong to the town.
Okay. I just think that, you know, we ought to be concentrating on other things here in the county except flock
Mr.
cameras
Ratliff?
sitting in here that do nothing but feed the demon of the data center. Okay, we got, I mean, flock cameras, why do we need them? We ain't had flock cameras before. We haven't had it.
He,
I'll give you
the,
my phone number,
Yeah.
you can call me anytime,
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'll stop by your house.
Okay, that's okay. Thank y'all.
Mr. Mullins, you have somebody?
We had one on the line, they disconnected.
Not all bad.
He went to the sheriff, we ain't doing that. I don't see why everybody's so upset about that. I don't care.
Anybody else?
I'll make a motion to close public comment. If there's no other comments to be made. Nobody
No
on
more
the line.
calls?
They disconnected. I could call them back if you wish, but they're not on the line now.
You want to let him try to call them back, see if they want him to speak?
I don't know, do we normally do that?
I've done it once in the past, but it's over the board.
What do you think, board?
I would give them opportunity to see if they want to speak.
You all okay with that?
I'm fine with it.
They're on the line now.
Okay.
They're unmuted. There you go.
No. Hello?
Can't hear him.
We can't hear them.
Can you hear us?
They must be watching on YouTube, because I can hear us repeat. Hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can
Is this
now.
a public comment line?
Yes,
Hello? Is this a public comment line?
it
Yes,
is.
ma'am.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Jerry Scardo out in Clintwood, and I learned of those flock cams.
is she lost again, I think?
What does she want to know? There is a delay in a big delay in what I'm hearing.
Okay, we're listening, Jerry.
I believe she's watching on YouTube, and
Anyway,
there's about a
there is a
30-second
big
delay.
delay in my
She may need
visual
to
and
mute the
to the
TV.
phone, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm concerned about the flock cameras too. Okay. The other thing is the flock camera, that is like a 1984 surveillance state. And it's not good. I don't think it's good. Montgomery County, Roanoke County, Roanoke is going to let theirs go. Floyd County sent word that they didn't get much use or value, the police didn't, out of them, so they're not going to have them again either. So, I sort of understand where the money comes from for that, but, we're in an unusual situation in our country in many ways, which I won't name out. But, I think you get the point that quite a few people, when they're hearing about them and noticing them throughout, are quite concerned. So I hope y'all think about it. And grant money wherever it's from. The community events help a lot. We don't have much crime, thank God, in this county. And I hope it stays that way. I know there's some drugs. I know there are suicides. I know there are some problems. But you got a whole bunch of people at mental health and social work and all this, that, and other that work with people. And the sheriff's office does work with people right much too. So that's my thoughts for now on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you, Jerry.
Cardo. Anybody else? Got any more calls?
All right, I make a motion, we close public comment.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Now to number 6, request. We got the Clintwood Rescue Squad grant request. So, Mr. Barton, would you like to fill us in
Sure.
on this?
Mr. Mullins, if you'd want to come up to the podium here while he's making his
Okay,
way
great.
up, I'll just mention, of course, the state grant cycle is opening again. And of course, this would be a 70% grant, 30% match by the county. Clintwood Rescue Squad has a list of items that they're looking to apply for, which is included in your packet. Phillips Heart Start AED trainer, total cost $485.65. Our match would be $145.70. CPR training mannequin, total cost $549.22. Our match would be $164.77. A stair chair and accessories, total cost $6,816.35. Our match would be $2,044.91. An ALS airway IV therapy training mannequin, total cost $10,989. Our match would be $3,296.70. 4 heart monitors and accessories, total cost being $269,353.68. Our match would be $80,806.10. And lastly, a Ford Transit ambulance with a power cot and load system, total cost of $249,973. Our match would be $74,991.90. So the total cost for everything they're looking to apply for is $538,166.90. And we would have to match that with $161,450.08. So, of course, Mr. Mullins had provided quotes on everything that I included in your board packet, and he's here that can share more information or answer any questions that you may have about the particular items on the list.
You want to add to any of that?
Our heart monitors are at least 10 years old. We're starting to have some issues out of them, and I feel like it's a necessity for our public that we have to take care of, that we have new and updated equipment. I know that seems like a lot, but, you know, they last 10 to 15 years, and I think that would be a good investment with heart monitors. The training supplies, we used to have training supplies, and they've become outdated as well. You can only poke on an artificial arm so much before the holes become where you know where to poke at. So, and the CPR stuff is stuff we train in all the time. And it's better for us to have it on on scene where we can have it there at the station than have to go to Abington and pick it up all the time. The ambulance, I know we've got one that's ordered. We want to ask for another transit. 51 has got some age on it, and we have a few issues with it. The county has fixed, but I don't want it to become a nickel and dime situation as well with that.
It was a donated ambulance.
It was a donated ambulance from Rockbridge County.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, I stopped by there the other day and they said maybe the turbo might be acting up.
The turbo is acting up in it. It takes it a long time to warm up. I mean, it's an old truck, so you can't just jump in it and go. It has to warm up before you can take off in it. And the turbo being slow as well.
You got any questions for?
What kind of timeline we got on this, Nathan?
The grant cycle opens in August, closes out in September. And of course, it takes an ambulance at least 15 to 18 months to be built, a transit. The heart monitors, he didn't give me a definite date from when we ordered to when they would be ready. These heart monitors here, we would be able to transmit to the valid facilities for STEMIs, for heart problems, and that's something we don't have at this time with our monitors.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said these will be able to transmit to the hospitals, the heart?
Yes, they'll be able to transmit to the comm center, which transmits, and they receive it, and a cardiologist reads the 12-lead EKG, and then they report back to the hospital and let them know what the 12-lead says.
I think that's, do you use is it four ambulances?
It's one for each ambulance.
So you're saying the heart monitors are put on, I put Bruce's on myself. And, I mean, they shipped it to us in the mail.
This monitor takes blood pressures, does the 12 leads, does the pulse ox, and it has the AED capability to shock patients that's in cardiac arrest.
You've got 4,
We have 4 at this time, and they will be traded in toward these.
You get any compensation? for tra-
That is with the compensation price.
Well, what if you got 2? Would that be
Well,
sufficient, or?
then you have to buy 2 different types of paper, the printer paper for it, and then stuff like that. 2 different types of blood pressure cuffs,
You put this on every patient that you take?
every patient. Anybody that's having shortness of breath or chest pains gets put on the cardiac monitor. Altered level of consciousness, cardiac monitor.
I think that's a very, well, I tell you, if I was in one, I'd want my heart monitored. Especially if I was having symptoms that required it. I don't understand them. ADA trainer, that's very, I know you know how to use AED. Anybody can,
Yeah, we're trained in AEDs, but we have to have refresher courses every so often as well.
have one at the church. And this chair that goes up and down, is that because sometimes they're upstairs or something?
Yes, it is. We currently have one that needs to be taken out of service. It's got like dozer tracks on the back of it, and it keeps folding up. It will not lock in place. And that stair chair is probably about 15 years old. They're used a whole lot more frequent than what I ever would imagine before I started.
Really?
Mr. Chairman, may I speak?
yes.
Mr. Barton, if we approve the ambulance, it would come out of next year's budget, correct?
Yes, ma'am, from the sound of it, it's 15, 18 months. That would give us more time to
Get
to
the
try to find the money. and
This,
stuff
I
for
mean,
it.
this much money just breaks our
I
budget.
understand that.
For me, I would recommend 3 of the heart monitors and the chair and the ambulance to come out of next year's budget.
Next, we'd have more
And
time to pay
I
for
think that would be about all we could afford. Y'all need to go to the town also to ask for some funding on these.
Have you approached the town for any assistance?
We have not this year.
With the items that Ms. Willis suggested, that's the 3 bigger ticketed items, to ask them for the other items.
This grant will not be announced to January the 1st. And by the time we ordered it, probably actually closer to 28 before we would get it.
I think it's all important, but I do think the heart monitors is critical.
Well, they only have 3 ambulances.
Well, he said they had 4.
We'll have our 4th one about May of next year.
Can we wait to pay for that on the next year's budget?
It depends
The
on the timing of the
ambulance.
ambulance we can, and the grant, I don't know the lead time,
Now,
like it's
this
announced in
budget.
January, the lead time on the heart monitors, how long?
I
you
would
think
have
of-
to find out on that. Did he tell you all?
He did not. I didn't ask on a lead.
I think the heart monitors are critical. Because we live so far from the
With
hospital.
the, I assume that the training mannequins and the AED and so forth would be available for anybody to use,
In the county,
like
yes.
the ones that the county has now.
Yes.
That would be for everybody. That would be for all fire
All
departments,
fire
rescue
and
squads,
rescue.
law enforcement. Because ours are actually out of date and need to be replaced, the ones that we're using now. And American Heart
Those
periodically
2 aren't
changes
much of a
it,
match either.
so you have to buy all new equipment. And they've changed it again to where the ones that we have now, I'm not sure on the date that they're expiring, but it's coming up real soon. But you won't be able to do any training with those mannequins and monitors. Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I should have asked you that.
No, you're fine.
I can actually see you, Richard. That was very good.
What's the pleasure of the board on this? It looks like the ambulance would be out of next year's budget, and it's up in the air as far as like with the heart monitors, as far
I
as
think the heart monitors are
timing on
critical.
those, as far as, more than likely this year's budget, I would say, if it's announced in January.
And you know, I don't know that the committee will even approve 4 monitors,
Right.
but they may just approve 3.
What committee?
The board, the committee that does the grants, that has to go
Oh,
for,
they may not
Right.
approve 4.
they might not approve 4, they may just approve 3.
So they each cost about $20,000.
So our match part would be,
Our match part would be
30%.
about $20,000 a piece, right?
The monitor, the bare monitor is $52,942. That doesn't include the batteries, the charger.
I
the
think
power
it's all
supply.
critical, but I think we should get the heart monitors.
well, Ms. Wilson made a recommendation, maybe 3 heart monitors.
Do 3, they just got 3 ambulance.
Does this grant open up every year?
It opens up in the spring and the fall.
So I think if we approve 3 now, then we could apply again
We could.
for
yes.
another one once you
I'll
got to
second
that point.
Shelby's, you making a motion, Shelby?
She made a
I made a
recommendation.
recommendation.
You want to make a motion? Or I'll make a
Do we
motion.
want to approve the 2 first ones? They were only, like our match is 145 and 164 on those. We could handle those.
You can handle that.
That's what,
It's just a
$309 range?
Those are the training ones, right?
Yes.
They're important. It's all important.
It's
All
all
of it's
important.
They're all
important,
important.
but it's just
We
going to
kept limited
destroy our
resources.
budget.
How's the ALS airway training mannequin? Is that when you have to do a,
That's when you have to
Incubate somebody?
Yeah, it is.
and who would be trained for that?
We have paramedics and advanced EMTs and
Or-
intermediates that does that. And actually, the EMTs that's trained can do the King Airway and another device and be able to train with that as well.
Well, I'll make a motion that we get the 3 heart monitors and the other, the Head Start AED trainer and the CPR mannequin. Right
And the
now,
ambulance, which would go on our next
and the
year's
ambulance
budget.
on the next budget. I'll make that motion.
What about the stair chair? Are y'all doing that or
Well-
not doing that?
Yeah, I think the star chair is important too.
He said
Very
that's 15 years
We could
old,
probably
so
do
wasn't
that too, so.
But go to the town also and ask for help, maybe with the one that, the airway training.
Okay.
So
Would you
Rhonda,
do
your
that?
motion, make sure I'm clear, you're saying everything except the airway training mannequin, and is it 3 monitors or 4?
3, I imagine.
Okay.
Is that
I'm
all
trying
right,
to get the motion
Nathan?
clear here as
That's
far as what
whatever
we're
the pleasure
looking
of the
at.
board is.
Well, I'm asking you, is that sufficient?
Well, yeah, and we can apply for the other monitor.
Okay. I'll
Make
make
sure
that
it's-
motion for 3 and
So
the,
basically 3, everything on the list with the exception of 1 monitor and the ALS airway mannequin, basically, so,
Right.
okay.
With the ambulance coming out of next year's
Right,
budget.
I was just making sure we had that. So, Madam Clerk, did you get that? Everything on the list with the exception of the ALS airway mannequin and 1 of the heart monitors, only 3, so that's our motion, so.
I'll second Rhonda's motion.
Yeah, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye as well. Any opposed?
Thank you.
All right, congratulations.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
what's that
Nathan.
Thank you,
total end up being? It ends up being
It's gonna take,
$161,450 less that
less about
33.
24,000 that's gonna be, coming off of that, so it's gonna be about 225,000 roughly.
With part of it
We're only
coming
doing
out of
3
next year's
monitors instead
budget.
of 4, and then the ALS, the 3,200 is coming off, so.
That's fair.
Okay, well, the line here says total cost of everything and our match would be
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. Okay,
161.
161, so we would take,
20-some thousand plus that 3,300 off.
right, right at 24,000 would come off, so, yeah. That's right, that's gonna make it down to
140,
130.
yeah, okay,
Still a lot of
because,
money.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, but
because we got another one coming up for a grant
Yeah,
match as well, so I was looking at what our total is going forward.
yeah. So we're
Okay.
about around 140. All right, now we're down to 6B, Hayside Rescue Squad.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, that Mr. Deal's coming up on this one, as he's coming up again. This is the same grant that Hayside Rescue's looking to apply for. It's a 70% grant, 30% match, and the items they are looking to apply for is going to be 16 Kenwood P25 compatible handheld radios and chargers. Total cost is $25,657.20. Our match would be $7,697.16. 3 heart monitors and accessories. Total cost of $202,321.83. Our match would be $60,696.55. And 1 Lucas device and battery. Total cost $22,334. Our match would be $6,700.20. So the total cost of everything is $250,313.03, with our match being $75,093.91.
And I added up, Mr. Chair, our match totals comes to $168,147 and some change.
One what? I'm sorry.
168, 147.86.
And what's that now?
That would be
Where
the
it says
total.
our match on all of those, totaled up all those matches.
It should be $75,093.91 would be the total.
Oh, I counted to 75, sorry. I read that wrong.
That's okay. Mr. Deal, what would you like to add to that? If you want to share with the board a little bit about your radio situation and about your heart monitors, the age of them, things like that. So,
I've not got a whole lot to add on top of what Nathan is. You know, to my knowledge, it's those that we currently got. It's the same ones that Clintwood's got and was bought at the same time. We usually try to keep the same ones, you know, because Clintwood comes and helps us. They're familiar with the monitors and everything, so it helps being familiar with that. And last year, about this time when we last had ours tested, one of them ended up costing about $5,000 to have it repaired, and it's experiencing the same issues now that it's time to be tested again. And along with the radios, the state is going to start requiring 2 portable radios in every ambulance on top of the mobile radios that's already in it. And we don't have the radios to do that and still keep people in radios. And the radios we currently have are not compliant with the DMR system that the county be going to in the next couple of years or whenever they do that. And the radios I have requested are compliant with that. So.
on the radios, have you talked with Mr. Powers to make sure they're compatible with the technology we have at the tower sites instead of being the P25
I have.
radios?
And
would we have to do any upgrades at our towers for those?
no upgrades are needed for that.
Okay.
You got these radios in yours?
I don't see on here, where is the heart monitors?
It's the first item on the striker quote if you've got that.
It's down below the,
LP 35, and it's got a bunch of acronyms after that.
$52,942 each for the bare unit without the batteries and accessories and things like that.
You got 3 ambulances also?
This right here's
Yeah.
what's costing us.
We've got 3 current units in service right now with another one expecting to be delivered in the first week of September.
Okay, you gonna retire any
replace
of
one?
those?
One of them will be placed out of service. That was part of the grant stipulation.
Try to mix
One of the
them up.
older units will be pulled out of service.
Can't tell by reading. So how many heart monitors are you asking for?
3.
3.
And our match would be how much?
$60,696.55 on the 3 monitors.
And these radios you have,
$3,500 shipping. Ooh,
Seen that? That's a big.
ooh. Shipping from where? Illinois.
what's this, Lucas chest compression system?
That's a mechanical CPR device to where a lot of times we just got 2 people on the ambulance, a provider and a driver, and it's just not feasible. If you got a cardiac arrest patient, you got a machine that will do the chest compressions on the patient for you while the provider is controlling airway and stuff like that on a
Does it have a
cardiac
battery
arrest.
that goes with it or something?
There is a battery. It's electronic, you know.
You'll have one of those on each truck right now.
We have two,
You have two right now.
and they're at the 10-year service life on them current ones.
it's
So
like a
they're at the
year or so they ought
recommended
to get a
replacement time
battery
for
or
a
something on
striker.
those, yeah.
Striker recommends replacing every 10 years, and they're at that mark right now.
Mr. Chairman, may I speak? Have you gone to the town of Hayside, asked for any funding on these?
We have not asked on this current request, but, you know, the town's not in a great financial situation right now, and
Logan, it's a lot. What would you deem the most important?
well, I can't single one item out. The state's gonna require the radios and the trucks, and then the current radios we've got, you know, wouldn't be compliant with the new system.
When they gonna require this?
I don't think they've set a date that it's gonna go completely DMR, have they? I don't think they've got an expected set date yet for it, but it's just in the making. And then the same way with the monitors, only we've got two right now, so anytime one goes out of service, it, just like when one had sent off and cost $5,000 to repair, that put us down to one ambulance that we could run, because without a monitor, you ain't no use in having an ambulance. You can't run an ambulance.
Well, how many ambulances do you have that you run?
3.
3, 2? So you're asking for blood pressure cuffs, I see, right?
Well, that
Those are all
goes
part
along
of
with the
it.
monitor.
That
That's
goes
all.
along with the monitor?
Yeah, it's the same monitor that Nathan's requested, and all that stuff is just stuff that goes along with the
Goes along
monitor, you know,
with it.
necessary stuff.
Now, in this, can I say something, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
With Nathan for Clintwood and Logan for Hayside, are they competing against one another in this grant, or is this grant?
The way I understand, Nathan, you might be able to answer, but everybody's competing for the same money, everybody is, right?
Yeah, it's based on grading. The state grades population, it's rated like Bayside and us basically. We would be competing against. All the way up to about ones that is most financial burden.
That makes sense.
But you all could both stand a chance to win the grant.
Yeah, we just this past grant cycle, we was both awarded a section of the grant, weren't we?
Oh, okay.
Any more questions? What's the pleasure of the board?
I make a motion, we approve the request. I know how important all this stuff is to the rescue squad. The Lucas device is priceless if you've ever seen it used. It does perfect compressions on a person while you're doing the breaths. And if one person's in the back of the ambulance without that Lucas device, there's just no way you could maintain CPR from Hayside all the way to Clintwood. It's just long distance and very exhausting. I'll make a motion, we approve the request.
How much would that be, Larry?
$75,000.
It's 75,093.
I'll second that motion then.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
When is the time frame on these? About when they're,
Well, I
when's it
stepped
gonna hit our
outside and spoke
budget?
with the striker representative, and he said right now they're at a 3 to 4 week lead time on delivering the monitors. But the grant cycle, we won't know if we was awarded the grant until sometime in January. And so you're looking at 6 months. Now, you know, a lot can change. It could be a week or it could be 2 months by the time we know if we're approved or not. But you can expect it for first quarter of next year.
so that hits this year's budget. Same way with Nathan's hits this
Correct.
year's budget with
All but
the,
the ambulance.
except for the ambulance. Okay. Okay, that was my only question.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye as well. Any opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Logan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Logan.
Thank you all for all your department guys and ladies that help for the citizens in this county.
Yeah, it's very crucial because we live so far from from hospitals. I think they would take that into account. Do they, Nathan?
Yeah,
All right. 6C, OAA funding request for recovery court.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. As part of our FY '27 budget, our recovery court budget is $115,903. We are receiving a state grant for $105,000. That leaves a balance of $10,903 that the county has to pay, directly from general funds. When we did the budget amendment on June 30th, when we come back and did our budget amendment, we had taken into account using some of the opioid abatement authority direct distributions to pay that $10,903. So this is a formal request coming before the board to use $10,903 of our OAA direct distribution funds to fund the remaining balance of our recovery court budget. And this is all in line with the way everything was budgeted. It's just the formality required for the use of those funds. So I'll answer any questions anybody has, and if not, we'll just need a motion to approve the request.
I make a motion to approve the request from the opioid abatement funds.
Mr. Thune.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye as well. Any opposed? Moving on to 6D, Dickinson County Public Schools carryover balance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, in your packet, you'll have the letter that Ms. Robinson had sent at year end. Dickinson County Schools is requesting permission to carry forward unspent funds to the 2026-2027 budget year. Their total revenues for the past year was $34,389, $435.84, with expenditures of $31,939, $312.52, resulting in an unexpended balance of $2,450,123.32. They're requesting that these amounts be allowed to carry these forward, and of course, in your packet, they have included a list of capital needs that they have. Of course, in the very near future, the turf is going to have to be replaced on the football field at an estimated cost of $650,000. The track is going to have to be resurfaced at $250,000. There's a lot of work here to sidewalks, brick joints, some work to the gym floors, different things here, tennis courts, repair, resurface, things like that. But they're asking to carry these funds forward to use. Of course, some of these are earmarked already by the state, like $202,000 is textbook funds that has to be used for textbook funds. But out of the $2.4 million, there's $2,167,790 that can be carried forward to use for capital and other operating needs, and that's what they're requesting. I think the schools have done a good job managing their budget this year and trying to save money, and that's really going to help out. Ridgew's a big campus. It costs a lot to fix things and to redo things, and so having this money to go towards those capital needs will be very good. So I'll answer any questions anyone has, and if not, we'll entertain a motion to allow them to carry that balance forward.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we allow the school to carry those funds forward.
And I commend them for what how she's carried over $2 million.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
As well. Any opposed? All right. 6E, Dickinson County Sheriff's Office, JAG Equipment Grant Request.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, in your packet, you have some information on the JAG equipment grant. This is something Captain Elkins has applied for and been awarded successfully in the past. Of course, just like with our fire and rescue departments, anytime we have a grant opportunity, we always like to try to take advantage of that. Of course, it means a match upon the county that sometimes puts us in a hard place trying to find those match funds when it's outside of a budget cycle. But Chad is asking to apply for a $25,000 grant, and of course, we would have a 25% match in the amount of $8,000. This would give them a total of $33,000, and this is for equipment needs of the sheriff's office. The big thing, they're definitely wanting to get one more in-car camera system for one of their vehicles to make sure they're trying to get everything over to the new camera system. That's my understanding works very well, and everything's compatible being on the same system. We also have some deputies, a couple of deputies that are short laptops for their vehicles. We need to try to get some laptops for those. A few that need some laptop stands and chargers, but I know Captain Elkins is working with the sheriff, and I don't know, Sheriff, if you have anything to add to that or any other equipment, but there's always more need than there is money, I know, when it comes to equipment at the sheriff's office.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything to add really, but the cameras are so important to us. Like I said, they hold us accountable, give us a way to, just help with transparency. Body cameras, car cameras, you can't have enough cameras. I appreciate you taking a look at it and ask if you approve the grant match.
We think, board?
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve that. Our part would just be $8,000.
$8,000,
Yeah, I
yes,
make a
ma'am.
motion that we go ahead and approve to allow them to do the grant.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Good. That got us through 6. Down to number 7. 7A, the John B. Deal Memorial Library roof replacement. We've been after that for a while.
Sure, we sure have. Mr. Chair, members of the board, as you're all, I'm sure, aware, and many members of the public are aware, both of our libraries here in the county, the Clintwood Library and the Hayside Library, both have had roof issues for some time. Our maintenance guys have patched on them for years. You know, we're constantly battling leaks. The ladies at the library are very patient with us. You know, they've had a lot of issues and stuff, but you know, in last year's budget, we had money left over for these roof replacements. By the time we get through the procurement process and get everything done, you know, we can't always match the fiscal years. We can't always align those, but we did a formal procurement on the Clintwood Library roof first because it was the largest. We wanted to get that out of the way, and of course, right now, we have a procurement out for the Hayside Library roof. We had a pre-bid meeting here Tuesday, as a matter of fact. Nobody showed up for it, but we have several bid holders that have Hayside, so we'll have that on the agenda next month. But for Clintwood, when we opened bids, we had 2 bids. And we give 2 options because the board had given us instruction on that. There was some indecision as to whether to go with a shingle roof or a metal roof. So what we did in the bid packet, we asked the contractor to bid one or both. They had the option, they could bid a shingle and a metal, only a shingle or only a metal, and then we'd bring those low bids back to you all and y'all can make the final decision. We sent this bid out to all, same with Hayside's Library, all eligible contractors within the county. We received 2 bids. One was from Martinez Construction for a shingle roof for $60,300. The other bid that came in was from Mullins Construction, that's Mr. Kermit Mullins, for a metal roof at $54,500. After the bid opening, a couple days after the bid opening, Mr. Mullins actually withdrew his bid. He did not take into account the cost for removal and disposal of the old shingles on that, so therefore we're left with one bid, which is a reasonable bid compared to what the construction estimates were, and that is Martinez Construction with the bid of $60,300, and that would be going in, removing all the existing shingles, drip edge and things, replacing all that back. There's an allowance in there for any damaged plywood that would need to be replaced. We've got an allowance in there. If it exceeds that, then of course that would be a change order we would have to to pay, for replacing additional bad wood, and then putting a new 30-year architectural shingle back on and your choice of color, and we sent something out on the colors to you. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We feel like, we've tried everything to get people to bid, but that's a very, very large roof. That's a lot of square footage of shingles there. But all in your packet is, of course, the bid package that went out with all the detail on there. It shows our responses that was received. Again, that's kind of where we are. So if you do want to move forward, our only option is going to be the shingle roof at $60,300. And unfortunately, I hate to ask, but we need a color choice too, because I'm not making that decision. So
I make a motion that we go ahead and let the Martinez contractors have the bid on that. And my choice is the tan. And I would like to compliment Chris Mullins on the outstanding work that he did on that.
he's been a big help on a lot of these bids, some stuff that I've had on my list that needs to be done.
And then he showed the building with
colors,
the
the way
different
it would look.
colors on it.
It helps because what Brent originally sent out, the little swatches like that, it's hard to look at that and tell what it would look like on the roof, so,
I like to commend him on what he did on that. It was
yeah.
great.
So
He's
you
helped with
want
a
the
lot of
brown?
stuff, so.
That's not my
Yeah.
choice.
I think the big thing is, we probably need to go ahead and make sure, if we're gonna do the roof, let's go ahead and do, let's just approve the roof without the color initially, let's do
Right.
that.
Okay,
And,
So we got a motion, we just need a second to approve the
I'll
roof.
second it.
Any further discussion on the roof? All in favor? Aye as well. Any opposed?
and then, of course, the next question is gonna be, the four options that were sent out to you is gonna be the black, the dark brown, the tan, and the gray. The thought was, right now, I think it's got a lighter brown on it, it's pretty black, it's hard to tell the color where they've patched with
It
shingles,
looks
you can
like
see
it's
the light
black on
colors.
it now.
It's like a light brown is what it is, but it's got a lot of streaks and stains and stuff in it, so.
Yeah, most of the time your lighter colors streak and
I like the dark,
don't age as well.
I like the darker color myself. I think it makes the building look more expensive. But I mean, I'm not gonna quibble over what
I'm not
color.
either. I thought the building looked good with that.
It does look
maybe
good.
we could-
Either one's all right, but I sort of like the darker. I like the,
Y'all wanna give us
And-
instruction on what to do, or who to talk to, or if y'all wanna decide the color, it's totally up to you all.
What do you think, Ms. Kaiser?
how you like Peggy?
Well, the, brown wood, the last choice sort of blends in with what the first picture shows that's on it now, it done it. A little bit darker brown,
That's
but,
about the closest.
yeah. But I'm okay with whatever.
I'm okay with which color. I just think the building.
Me too. I'm okay with any color, although my preference is
You
the
might
dark.
have to pick it, Mr. Barton.
You may. He says, no, I don't want to hear this. I told you not to do that.
You've done a good job on this room.
Yeah, you and Chris did a great job on this room. I think you can pick a good color.
Mr. Thacker?
Well, it's just,
Color's irrelevant to me.
Well, it's not.
gotta have a roof that don't leak, and of course, one of our bad
Yeah,
leaks is
that's
right
the
over the
most
electrical
important
service,
thing.
where the electrical service is coming in the building, so,
That's correct.
yeah.
And I like the brown wood, so I'll throw that out.
Yeah, that's one I picked was brown wood, the last one, yeah.
Is that the tan?
That's the darker.
Darker brown. Okay. We got two darker browns, so.
Two
I-
darker
Two
browns,
dark
a
brown, a
tan.
tan, Richard and Rhonda, where y'all at?
Well, just whatever they want. I mean, I'm not gonna quit on
We
color
got
of
you.
roof. I've already said my preference was
I say we
the
go with the
gray.
dark brown.
Gray.
We got
Yeah,
two
I have
colors.
gray on our
Dark brown
house.
sounds good to me.
Whatever y'all wanna do is fine.
We got three with dark brown, so.
Three dark browns.
They need to vote
Okay.
on that.
Dark brown, Larry.
That's fine.
We don't have to have a
Requires
vote,
formal
we'll-
approval. It's
We
just
won't
like
fall
your
out
bid.
over that, I'll tell you.
And I don't think
Unless Larry
the,
changes it.
I don't
Okay.
think the library will either. They'll So
They've got to be
had
glad
have
just to get a
Yeah.
roof that don't leak both libraries, because they were having trouble with both libraries. So
Yeah.
next month we'll have Hayside
Good.
on here, so. All right, let's get that one. Thank you all. That put us now, Mr. Chair.
Item B.
Sand Lake.
7B, 3224 Sand Lick Road Structure Demolition Project. I guess that's Chris's house.
It is. Members of the board, of course, in your packet, you've got the information again. Mr. Chris Mullins had helped me with the procurement on this. We have a grant, a DCR grant that is going to run out later this fall that we're trying to get everything wrapped up on. And of course, some of y'all may have seen we've got a double wide that we're advertising right now that was bought with those funds that'll have to be moved. But this is a house, Chris Ramey's former house on Sand Lake Road. As part of the conditions of that, that house has to be demoed. The grant funding will pay for that. Again, we advertised this, had a pre-construction meeting, and when we opened bids, we ended up receiving 3 bids. We had 2 that were considered complete, but one of the complete ones was actually the low bid. Traxon Construction was $48,000. We had AJS Construction at $53,500, and S&S Contractors at $93,860.41. And of course, all are required to demo the home. They have to transport everything to the transfer station and pay the cost for disposal of that, and then clean the site back up and, fill in. I think there's a basement or a partial basement has to be filled back in and then seeded back that way in natural vegetation. So that's where we're at on that. Again, the grant funding will pay for this work. It just has to be done, but that's the 3 bids that we received. And of course, he put in here, we had Taft and Fry, also Mean Steam and Boyd's Construction, McFall Excavating, that were all bid holders that had a copy of the bid that showed interest in it, but then they never submitted. We had 3 that submitted, so.
So we need a motion to accept one of these bids.
Traxon Construction is the.
I make a motion that we approve the low bid of Traxon Construction, $48,000.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed?
When is the start on that?
We put on there that they, just scroll back down here.
I guess I missed seeing that.
They have to have the work completed within 45 days of us issuing notice
I
to
did see
proceed.
that.
So,
I did see that. I forgot.
because we have to get everything done within our grant timeline and
Yeah,
stuff, so that
saw
gives
that.
that
Sorry.
building some extra time for us, so.
All right, moving on to 8, agreement, HBC pre-audit consulting engagement letter.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, of course, as we do every year, earlier this year, we approved our contract and engagement letter with RFC, Robinson Farmer Cox and Associates. They are our final auditors for the county, and then HBC, Hickok Brown and Company, does our pre-audit consulting work. We've used them for many years, as does most other localities here in Southwest Virginia. The engagement letter that's in your packet outlines the responsibilities for both HBC and Dickinson County. Their work has to be complete before Robinson, Farmer, and Cox can finalize our annual audit. Their fee is $1,000 higher than last year, with a total of, looking at the letter here, $36,000. So, but if anybody has any questions on that, I will try to answer that for you. So,
Something has to be done.
required by the state. So,
I make a motion that we enter into this agreement for pre-audit with the HBC engagement letter.
thank you.
Thank you,
And I'll,
Ms. Lewis.
and I'll second it.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any
Aye.
opposed? Number 9, surplus property declaration.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In your packet, you have some information. Of course, Virginia Code requires the Board of Supervisors to declare any unused property as surplus. in order for us to dispose of it. And of course, we have to, currently, we've been listing surplus property on govdeals.com. Some of that stuff still sells locally, some sells further out, but we've been getting more money from our items on the GovDeals. It's been a very good platform for us. Right now on the list, we have 2 items we're asking to be declared surplus. We have a 2006 Chevrolet Colorado Burgundy runs and drives from our maintenance department with 122,203 miles. And we have a 2020 Ford Explorer white. It does run, but it has issues. It has body damage and interior damage, some mechanical issues as well, 128,406 miles. And we're asking for your consideration of a motion to declare those 2 items as surplus and give me authority to dispose of them on GovDeals.
I'll make that motion.
Look up, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Ask a question. Does that allow local people to bid on
It
that?
sure does. We sell stuff locally there
How
too.
do they get aware of that?
Mr. Mullins actually behind you there. He's the one that handles all these for us. It gets posted online, and we generally share that out. I guess on our website with surplus stuff.
Yeah, we have shared it on our website before, and we also put it on Facebook if needed.
So when will that be, when will you do that, Adam?
As soon as Larry gives me the authorization.
If you guys approve it, I'll give them authorization. So probably by the end of the week, first of next week, they'll be listed. So.
Okay.
So I think, Peggy, you made a
Yeah,
motion.
yeah, to list the property as surplus and give the county administrator authority to dispose of it.
I second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
As well. Any opposed? Number 10, VFIS insurance renewal for fiscal year 27.
Thank you. Of course, this quote came in a little late this year. Normally we have this before, and this is on our June agenda. Things were a little delayed this year in getting things back from VFIS. Of course, VFIS insures all of our property for our first responders in the room here. Well, not all of our first fire and rescue. Sheriff's Department's under VACOR, but it covers their vehicles, their buildings, their accident coverage, things like that. This year, the quote come in at $122,239, which was $10,984 less than last year's premium amount. And of course, I want to thank everybody here, all of our first responders. This past year, we went through an exercise that I don't think has ever happened before with VFIS. They had come in and kind of done an audit of the county and all of our policies and the vehicles. I know we had numerous meetings. Our agencies had to provide a lot of information back to VFIS, but with the lower premium coming in, obviously, they're doing a good job with things at managing things. I know we had a few policies they had to put in place and stuff, but I commend them for their assistance with all that, because it has been a big job this past year. But nonetheless, we're asking you to approve this VFIS insurance renewal, and I'll answer any questions anyone has. So
Was that in our budget?
it is, but our budget's $10,984 more than.
If no one has any questions, I'll make a motion and we go ahead and approve this.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
As well. Any opposed?
We just saved $11,000 there on our
Yeah.
budget. We don't do that often.
I always like to say we would.
We can use
I
that
like him
for
kind of motion.
I was thinking
That'll
it
help
was
pay
in
for
our
some of
budget.
them
the rescue squad.
matching funds.
Yeah, matching
Yeah.
funds.
I didn't go back and look, but I thought it was.
Number 11, establishing the Parks and Recreation Department.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, Ms. Willis, during budget season, we had some discussion on this. I know Mr. Jelaine Mock and Mr. Sean Edwards had both sent information to the board and asked for consideration of some options, because we have a lot of youth sports, a lot of outdoor activities, a lot of trails, a lot of parks and things in the county, and they had made us aware that if the county had a Parks and Recreation department or committee, whatever, that would open up more grant opportunities for that. It's more of a volunteer, they'd ask for like a volunteer. So, we had worked and written, two things: the bylaws, we put them together, and then of course a resolution which would be establishing the Dickinson County Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. But I think that this would this would be a good thing. It would be all volunteer, and in the bylaws, there would be 9 voting members. And within that, I had give recommendations of like 11 different groups of people that would be good fit for this. You know, kind of like we're doing groups. I mean, recommended. You know, Little League football, Little League baseball, those type of things. Parks, trails, tourism, grant writing, senior county government. You know, these type of things. But I think in doing this, creating this advisory committee, then you know. Some of the first goals that we list in here would be to kind of assess all of our assets. So look at, you know, what our recreational assets are that we have, and then look at what the need is, you know, with them as far as upgrade that's needed or additional facilities. And once we kind of do that, then, you know, working together with county staff and this volunteer group, then we can try to identify some grants and seek some funding for that. So we wanted to present you tonight with the bylaws and the resolution for consideration. That way it gives you time before next meeting to be thinking about 9 individuals you could appoint to this committee to move forward with it. So, you know, again, this was in your packet for review. I'm open to any changes or anything you've got on that, any changes we need to make, or I'll answer any questions anyone has. But I think this could be a good thing for us to get this started. So,
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you for taking quite a bit of
I
time to
appreciate
put
this being
this together.
brought to our
Yeah.
attention. I mean, you know, sometimes, you know,
We're not aware of
we don't
it.
see the forest for the trees. We get to working
Yeah.
on something and don't realize there's an
Yeah.
opportunity there that we might be missing. And so, you know, I appreciate this being brought to our
If the
attention.
sports departments could apply for grants and stuff, they can't unless there's this
It'd be
committee.
through the county. Of course, the
Yeah,
county would do
I
it.
mean,
We'd have,
Right, yeah, I read that in that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of that for them, the members to be able to read this. The
that gives you time
governing
if y'all do
bylaws.
this and we
Yeah.
get your copy, you know, you can get a copy that you
Yeah.
can send to, you know, anyone that may be interested, that you think will be interested in serving, and come up with 9 good members to bring back next month, and then we kind of get things started. We've added a lot of new committees lately, but
Yeah.
We're getting off
hopefully hopefully that's a good thing. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we establish this park and recreation department.
You have a second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
As well. Any opposed? Now we're gonna need a motion to adopt these bylaws for the Parks and Rec.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the bylaws that were presented to us.
And I'll second it.
Well, I suppose you did that, did you?
I did not do that, actually.
Oh,
I did,
Larry
so.
did. Well, thank you, Larry.
Larry done a wonderful
You
job.
done a
on
great
this.
job on that.
Yeah.
thank you.
I would've thought an
Glad you did.
attorney did it.
Oh, this is good.
You
Have you
wears
got,
many
have you got a
hats.
hidden degree we don't know?
Many hats, Larry.
Nice.
Attorney.
Then we got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
As well. Any opposed? Well, we got our Parks and Rec department now.
All right, so I'll just say be thinking about 9 individuals, you know, and then if you need printed copies of the bylaws, we can provide them to you, or, you know, I can get you a digital copy you can share with people that might be interested. But I think the important thing is find people that's going to be interested in serving and has a passion for trying to help with our outdoor recreation in the county, and let's try to put us a good committee together and see what we can do, so.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Mr. Barton, didn't, Jelaine send a list of those that's over?
He did with the different,
Those different, those
he did, and I
sport
can share, I've
activities.
got my file here, I can share.
Yeah, share
send
that
that
with
back
us
out.
next month, and,
Well, you can text it to us,
I think I'm looking here.
email it to us, or whatever.
yeah, just send it to us so we
Sean, I
can
can
look
send it
at
back to you. I
it.
don't know that, I've got it here, I've got Sean's and Jelaine's. I'll have to look back to it again, I don't know. I'll send you what they sent, both of them
Okay,
here. so.
yeah, I think they sent some recommendation.
Mr. Chair, did we need a motion to approve the resolution, or was that the first motion?
That was the first one,
Okay.
that suffice for that, uh-huh.
Okay.
Alright.
Moving
Now,
on.
down to appointments, and this is gonna be quite a bit here.
Are you
Got,
doing
We're gonna get through this.
12A, Dickinson County Energy Opportunity Committee.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, of course, as you're all very well aware, with the RAF team that we've been working with for, I guess, close to 2 years now at this point, a lot of good things are coming from that. And of course, within the RAF team, there was an energy committee. Mr. Hall is part of that committee along with some other individuals. And the purpose of the energy committee is just going to be, it would assist the board of supervisors as opportunities come forward as we look at different things, or something may be presented to us, like the solar that on Jake's Branch that's working on. I think there's different pieces that this committee can work with to help gather information and provide information for the board. With you all had approved previously the charter for this committee, and within that charter it laid out several I guess categories. Like it said that the county administrator would be on this committee, board of supervisors member, the county building official, the industrial development authority director, the county's emergency manager, and a Dickinson County facilities representative, someone from Dickinson County Public Schools, and then someone from each of the 3 towns, and then from there 3 citizen representatives. So what we've got before us here, as we look at putting this list together, the first group that is already pretty well slated, what they are, I'll share that information and those names, and if everyone is good with what we've got in our packet on that, Mr. Sturgill indicated we can nominate those as a group and vote them in, and then, Mr. Chairman, you would open up the floor for the 3 citizen representatives, one at a time, for the membership to appoint and elect. So as we look at that, the charter indicated Dickinson County Administration, which would be myself. It indicated a Board of Supervisors member. Mr. Holland indicated he was interested in serving since he is on the Energy Committee right now with that. Our building official, we only have one, that's Mr. Chris Rakes. We only have one Industrial Development Authority Director, that's Ms. Cronkite. Richard, I'm sorry, but the emergency manager, that puts you on by the charter. On our Dickinson County Facilities Representative, during that presentation, when they were giving that presentation, Mr. Logan McCown from our Solid Waste Department had texted me during the meeting and said he would be very interested in serving on this committee. And they were, we said facilities, it says in the charter, I think actually Public Works or facilities on that, so he would be a good fit, and you've got someone that's interested in serving. A school representative, I reached out to Mr. Chris Owens, he's the principal at Ridgeview High School. He said he would be very interested in serving on this. Of course, he does a fantastic job as principal. He also previously taught chemistry, pre-engineering, very involved in the robotics program, so I think he's a very good fit for that. And in each of the 3 towns, I had Miss Vicki Barton reach out to the 3 mayors to see if they would be interested in serving. If they were, that would be good, but if not, if they could talk to their council and give us a name of someone that would be interested in serving. And for none of the mayors really wanted to serve, but our Hayside representative was recommended by Mayor Yates as Michael Harris. Our Clintwood representative by Mayor Lambert was Andy Rose, and our Clinchco representative from Mayor Mock was Tina Deal, the clerk, on that. So that's our slate of members. Does anybody have an issue with those? And if not, then those can be nominated and approved with one motion, and then, Mr. Chairman, you'd open up the floor and take care of the 3 individual citizens. So
I'd like to make a motion that we approve those that he's just listed on the whole block at one time.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes well. Now we'll open up the floor for the first citizen representative.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Lester Hill. I've
Thank
talked to him and he's willing to serve.
he'd make an excellent representative with his history with the power company and things. I think that would be great.
Be great. Any other nominations?
I don't know
for that?
Mike Davis. Who's Mike Davis?
Works for Verizon. It's Tiffany's dad.
Okay. Jason Barton.
He works for the health department.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're
finance.
talking about now, yeah.
So,
We've got a
Who's the Brad
nomination
Miller?
for Lester Hill.
I'll second it. Do you have to do
No,
every
no,
one
that's
of
the
them?
second
If you have anybody
nomination.
else that you want to nominate,
Well,
we're gonna do 3.
we'll do one at a
I'm gonna
time.
We're just
nominate,
doing one at
We'll
a
do
time.
One at a time.
we're doing one at a
One
time?
at a time.
Okay. I said I seconded it, so.
So just close nominations. and take a
Yeah,
vote
we'll
on
close the
this.
nominations on that, and all in favor of Lester Hill?
Aye.
Aye as well, any opposed? All right, so now we'll open up nominations again for the second representative.
I'm gonna nominate Steve Blansett. He worked for AEP too.
He did. Steve would be an excellent candidate as well, so. Has anyone spoken with Mr. Blansett?
I didn't speak to him. I think he would though.
Hear no more?
Has anybody else spoken to any of these others? Have you?
I've spoke to Jason and Brad. And I think Mike
Mike
indicated
indicated
he
he was
was.
interested.
So, don't hear any more nominations for that one, so we'll close that one out. So all in favor of Steve Blansett? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Got one more left, citizen representative number 3.
I'd like to nominate Jason Barton, Health Department.
There are no other nominations, so we'll close that one out. Then all in favor of Jason?
Yeah.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Got through the Energy Committee.
Well, did a fantastic job moving that one along. That was a lot of appointments.
You done a
13
very well
individuals very
job.
quickly there, so.
Thanks, Will.
We've learned.
That's right.
Now, this one's gonna be a little bit different, but hopefully we can get through it just as well. So this was the Resiliency Committee that has been
Right.
formed with the assistance of the RAFT program also.
We
Thank you,
wanna,
Mr. Chair. And again, with our Resilience Committee, again, as Mr. Chairman indicated, this came out of the RAFT team. And with our Resilience Committee, you guys have done the same thing. You adopted a charter for them. And the charter did not make anything mandatory as far as like the energy did, as far as like the department. It just gave some suggestions. And so with that, with the Resilience Committee, it's basically 3 individuals to serve on the Resilience Committee from each district. So that would be 15. And then also, it allows you to appoint up to 5 advisory non-voting members from suggested agencies. And then you can also appoint 1 non-voting member, like from my office, to help with record keeping and things. But what I would recommend, starting out, 15 is a large number to put on a committee to start with. I would recommend doing your 3 citizen appointments each for each district first, and then once we get the meeting started and see where we're at, if we feel like additional help is needed from my office, or if we feel that some advisory roles from some outside agencies are needed to come in and help as non-voting members, then we can always come back and add those at any time. But I think let's try to get it off the ground with those 15 first, because 15 is a large number to coordinate meetings and to do things. But I think this Resilience Committee, going back to the purpose of it, when we did, of course, one of the biggest things with the Resilience Committee is going to be response to natural disasters. We had a great team come out, back with our latest big event, the February 2025 flooding, and a lot of the names that were on these suggestions here was people that has helped, with that and since then. But nonetheless, that's kind of where we're at. Mr. Chairman, what we can do on this, according to Mr. Sturgill, would be a district at a time, if you want to take 1 district at a time, and open up the floor for nominations. Let them nominate 3, make sure there's no other nominations. You can close them, and then you can vote on 3 at a time. That way you'll have 5 different votes, 1 for each district.
Okay, do we, Mr. Churn, do we have to vote on these names?
Any names that you want to
Any
appoint for
names
your,
that you want to do for your
Anybody
district?
you
These
wanna
was
put on
just
your-
these was
those are just
just,
recommendations, but just 3 from your district is all you're going to, it'll be 15 members, 3 from each district.
So I'm talking about the ones that says you and Richard Thacker.
No, those were just recommendations, like
Those
the
are
charter.
recommendations
The
also.
charter listed those as being recommended areas that you could pull someone from, and nothing states that they have to be on there. So basically, just anybody that y'all want to put, it don't have to be anybody on the list. And this list came from the RAFT team, as far as Ian and Amanda had started this, and we helped them compile some names. So
Okay, may I ask one more question?
Yes.
Okay, we have some listed already in our districts. So those don't count as our three, correct?
No, they'll only be just your three for the district.
Okay.
Even though those have districts, the only reason they have districts on them is just to give you an indication,
Where they're
these are some names and where
I
they
talked
live.
to Benjamin, he said he would, willing to serve on that.
I think that's important, you know, with our fire and rescue, you know, having some representation from them because they're always out in these natural disasters and, you know, they know firsthand what the needs are and how to better be prepared for them and things. So I think we definitely need representation from them. But Mr. Chairman, just whichever district you'd want to start with on that.
Well, I'll start with mine, how's that? That way give everybody time to think. For the Willis District, I'd like to nominate Curtis Edwards, Mike Gully, and Rachel Taylor.
Of course, you'll see if there's any other nominations, even though it's by district, you'll still need to make sure there's no more, and then
Yeah. So I don't
What was
hear
the
it.
first name you said?
Curtis Edwards.
Curtis
Mr. Edwards is,
Is he a dispatcher, isn't he?
He's right back there.
he's back here. at the-
Yeah.
He works, listen, Mr. Edwards works in dispatch, he works with the sheriff's office, he works
Clintwood
with Clintwood
Rescue.
Fire and Clintwood Rescue, right?
Yep.
He stays very busy, so
Yeah,
we appreciate all
lots of
you
help.
guys, so.
Also running.
And now he's on a committee.
Who was your three?
Curtis Edwards, Mike Gully, and Rachel Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Now
Rachel.
Rachel was on the
Rachel's Alan
raft.
Taylor's wife, and she come out with us in the February 25 floods, has been very active in the raft program, so.
Okay.
She helped set this.
Yeah, she helped set up the
Committee up.
resilience committee, so.
So, I don't hear any other nominations for that, so I'll close those nominations. So, all in favor of Curtis Edwards, Mike Gully, and Rachel Taylor for the Willis District, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? All right, so, Ms. Kaiser, I guess we'll jump to you. And
Well, I mean, I read over this, but I did not call any of these to see that's listed on here in my district, but, I would like to nominate, Dylan Dooley, Mike Owens, and Sabrina Stanley. And for my second choice, if Dylan does not want to serve, then I would, my suggestion there would be Nathan Mullins. Can't do that.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
you can do an alternate.
Yeah, you can do an alternate.
I can do an alternate where you don't have to wait another month.
Correct.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Huh?
Yes.
Yep. All right, any other nominations for this? Hearing none, I'll close that. All in favor of Dylan, Mike, and Sabrina,
With Nathan as an alternate for Dylan.
with Nathan as an alternate for Dylan.
Would you serve Nathan if Dylan didn't take that? Okay. Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? So now, Ms. Sluss, you ready?
It's very hard. I asked Robert Stanley yesterday, and he said he would, 'cause he's on the fire department. And I also asked Brad Mullins, Hoop, he said he would be willing to serve. And I think that, I hate not to vote for my own husband, but I think Stephen Powers, who is the chief of the fire department, I'll nominate him.
That was your first one.
Robert Stanley.
Robert Stanley,
Brad Mullins.
Brad Mullins, and Stephen Powers, since he's the chief of Clintwood Fire Department and dispatcher.
All right. Any other nominations for the Clintwood District? Hearing none. All in favor of Robert Stanley, Brad Mullins, and Stephen Powers, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? All right. Miss Willis?
I have mine, and I called on mine. My first one will be Benny Kennedy.
Junior or
Benny Kennedy.
his daddy?
I didn't say Benjamin, I said Benny.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know what he went with.
And Terry Price and Tammy Willis. And if Terry doesn't serve, I think he's on vacation or something. They didn't respond. But anyway, if he doesn't take it, I will contact Karen Mullins.
And you want an alternate
As
Karen
Karen.
Mullins. Any other nominations? Hearing none. All in-
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I know that, I don't know who's got left, but we do definitely need somebody from the churches. in
Oh, you
Dickinson.
passed right by your husband, it was on that list.
Well, I know, but can't we add somebody?
You got 3 appointments.
So that's 3 per,
Well, I didn't buy.
3 per district. You can do.
Well, do what you want to then. He's plenty busy
You
fella.
got Richard over there, he might nominate you.
Well, he went into North Carolina and got propane tanks, him and Everett Moore. And some other people, when they had that flood. But I ain't asking no more for my husband to do.
All right. All in favor of Benny Kennedy, Terry Price, and Tammy Willis with an alternate of Karen Mullins for the Kennedy District, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? All right, Mr. Thacker, down to the
I
Senate.
have, Sarah Deal, Terry Bartley, and Philip Cook.
What
You
was
know,
that last one?
If you really wanna
Philip
help
Cook.
people, you
Philip
don't
Cook.
have to be on committee.
No, you don't have to go on
No.
committee.
Sarah, who did you say?
Sarah Deal, she's
Oh.
with Thanks I Rescue back in the back.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, any other nominations for the Sand Lake District? Hearing none, all in favor of Sarah Deal, Terry Bartley, and Philip Cook for the Sand Lake District, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed?
Didn't take as long as I
think
thought
that-
it would.
That covers
You
it.
did a good
Covers
job.
us
Got
on
15.
that committee for now.
15.
It went by
15
faster
down,
than I
so.
thought it would.
And I think that was a cool way to do
Well, that
that.
was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Will, again.
We've got a good crew of people for that.
We
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
There.
All right, 12C, Industrial Development Authority, IDA. Mr. Barton, you want to fill us in on that one?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, of course, we have 2 items we're going to have to take up tonight. The first item we're going to have to take up, we've had a resignation on the IDA board. Our current IDA chairman, Mr. Larry Yates, had sent a resignation letter that'll need to be accepted by the board. And then once that resignation is accepted, then, Mr. Chairman, you'll need to open up the floor for nominations for the Sand Lake District appointment to fill his unexpired term, so.
Need a motion to accept Larry Yates's
I
resignation.
make a motion that we accept his resignation.
I would like for Larry to read it, if that's okay, Mr. Chairman. His resignation.
I'd be glad to.
It was on our email.
Maybe.
I know, but I think it'd be good for the
Think it's in the
public to
packet
know.
here.
and I thought it was a very good letter.
All right. Mr. Yates sent this to myself and Dana. He said, Dear Larry and Dana, please accept this email as the indication of my immediate resignation effective July 28th, 2026 as a member and chairman of the Dickinson County Industrial Development Authority. It has been one of the greatest honors of my professional career to serve the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors and the citizens of Dickinson County. To all past and present members of the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors who has supported me, I owe a huge debt of gratitude. To the many Dickinson County Industrial Development Authority board members of the past and present, thank you for your support and hard work. Please accept my offer to do anything in my professional and personal capacity to further economic and industrial development in our home county. Best wishes and kind regards, Larry D. Yates.
Thank you. Thank you, Larry.
I will second Shelby's motion to accept his resignation.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Good. Now we'll open up the floor to nominations to fill the Senate.
I'd like to nominate Austin Bradley to fill that vacant seat.
And this term will go through June 30th, 2028 is the unexpired term that's there.
June
so-
30th, 28.
Yes, sir.
I have talked to Mr. Bradley, and he is willing to serve.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of Austin Bradley serving on the IDA for the Sand Lake District, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Moving right along to 12D, Spearhead Trail Blazers Board of Directors.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, in your packet, you'll have before you, we have one appointment on the Dickinson County, or on the Spearhead Trailblazers Board of Directors, and that is Mr. Kevin Mullins. The Trailblazers are very active with some of the Spearhead properties, such as the shooting range and stuff, and he's very active in that. I've spoken with Mr. Mullins. He is eligible for reappointment, and he is very interested in being reappointed and serving again if the board so desires to do that. So,
I'll nominate Kevin.
You, any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of Kevin Mullins?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? 12E, Nicholson County Tourism.
Mr. Chairman, this last item on our agenda here in the appointment section is going to be for our Dickinson County Tourism Advisory Committee. This committee was reorganized at our May meeting of this year. The bylaws state that there should be no fewer than 5 and no more than 15 members appointed by the Board of Supervisors. Currently, we have 12 members on this committee. We feel like Ms. Cronkite had reached out to me that they have a little bit of a gap as they look at the skill set and the people that are represented on the tourism committee. They need a little more from the hospitality section as far as the lodging side. And, she's recommending that you would consider adding one more member, bring that total to 13. Like I said, still within the limits of the 5 and 15. So I'll answer, or Ms. Cronkite's here to answer any questions that you might have.
Everyone's interested.
I've spoken with Cassandra Mullins, who is the manager at the Sleep Inn, and she's interested in serving.
Well, I'll nominate Cassandra then.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of Cassandra being on the tourism committee? Cassandra Mullins.
Aye.
Well, she's,
Aye as well.
she's the type of one.
Any
she's-
opposed? So y'all had a wonderful meeting down there, didn't you, Dana?
What was that?
Y'all had a good first meeting?
We did, yep.
Very productive. I stopped in for a minute. So
Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
off to a good start.
Mr. Chair, I do have a question. I think with the initial 12 members, we randomly selected their terms. And so I'm not sure what would be the pleasure of the board for Cassandra's term or how we should.
Where are we at on the term?
What we did is 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years on that. We had 12, so we did 4 of each. I would make the recommendation to go ahead and do a 3-year on hers, what I would recommend, but whatever the pleasure of the board is, so.
So that would be 4 for 3 years and then the rest,
Well, it would be 5 for 3.
5 for 3 years?
And 4 for 2 and 4 for 1.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Do we need a motion to that effect?
You need a motion or just recommendation?
Yeah, I probably would do a formal motion on that, just to make sure.
I'll make a
it's
motion that Cassandra Mullins be appointed for 3-year term.
Already made that motion.
I'll second
I'll
it.
see.
Thank you. Any
No, you
discussion?
made a motion to appoint.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
this
We're
is to
setting her term,
specify the
setting-
amount
Oh,
of
your
time.
term, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Yeah, we're setting the term. All right, so we've got a motion to have Cassandra serve a 3-year term on the tourism committee. Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? I think that cleared everything up, didn't
Woo-hoo. Goodness sakes.
it? Down to number 13,
Good.
supervisor comments. We'll start with Mr. Thacker there today.
Start with me. Well, I want to thank everybody. We had a good crowd here tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out and listening and talking, and the rescue squad for applying for these grants, and the sheriff's office. These grants is the only way we can make the wheels turn. I mean, it's impossible to pay full amounts on all this stuff, and I just want to thank y'all for the hard work. I know it takes a lot of time and effort to do these grants, and just want to thank all of you. Thank all the board members for all their hard work. People don't realize how much time and effort goes into setting up these meetings and getting ready for everything. And I just thank everybody and thankful that our county is in as good a shape as we are in. And it's not by coincidence that that's happened. We've had a county administrator that's pretty tight with our money, and we appreciate that because we don't have to raise taxes on people and hurt the people out in the public. I also want to make a comment on the flock cameras, if I could. Being a member of the sheriff's office and knowing what the flock cameras were used for, we don't use those to spy on people. I think in the last quarter, we maybe addressed the flock cameras 40 times. That's in 3 months, and some of those were duplicates. We can look for people that are senior citizens that have dementia or something that's out here on the road. We can put that information in and seek that on flock cameras. We can seek missing children, stolen vehicles. We don't use it for anything else. We do not spy on people and watch what people are doing or where they're going or this, that, and other. It's just not done. And everybody don't have access to it. Just a few people in command staff has access to it. So I just wanted to address that and let people know that we're not trying to spy on people or watch people. I mean, we've all got a smartwatch, a smartphone. They're tracking everything we do in the United States right now and around the world. And it's not just flock cameras, it's everything. The computers or vehicles. If you've got a newer vehicle, you're being tracked all the time. And there's nothing that we can do about that type of stuff, and that's just change that's coming up. But I just wanted to address that and let people know that we're not watching every move people makes and constantly looking at flock cameras. We get an alert if there's a stolen vehicle goes by, and that's when we'll look at it and try to locate that stolen vehicle. So maybe that'll ease people's mind just a little bit. I know there's a lot of controversy about it, not just in Dixon County, but in Virginia and the United States as a whole. I just wanted to touch on that. But thank you all for everything.
Mr. Thacker, you want to recognize your special guest tonight?
Yes, I do. I have my granddaughter Kenley here in the audience tonight.
We're glad to have her here tonight. So,
Look how proper she
And
is.
she's
She
the
is.
she's the purdy. I don't know if she took it after Richard.
No.
Richard White, pretty.
She's all dressed up and pretty.
She is. All right, Miss Willis?
I just like to thank all my board members and thank Mr. Chairman for getting us through this fast. I thought this was going to be a long meeting tonight. And thank everyone for attending, everyone that's listening. Thank Mr. Barton for all that he has done this week. He's had to answer several questions for me. I know I've had to take his time up, and
what I'm here for.
And so, anyway, I appreciate him and what he's done. Appreciate Will for being here to advise us and getting us through those appointments fast.
There.
And thank all my board members and thank everyone that's helped pray for my husband. He's doing much better. He's still in a wheelchair. Hopefully Monday, we might get on a walker, so y'all just pray. And I like to thank all of my board members. You're a pleasure to work with.
Well,
We've had a good 2.5 years.
I've never
haven't we?
lost for words. I agree with Shelby and Richard, and I sure do think it's good Richard's granddaughter's here.
Oh, yeah,
And I want
Hope she
to,
learn a
my
lot.
little granddaughter has to come, and I wouldn't have her here. She'd be all over his building. You sit there very quietly, and I think that's a reflection on your raising. But I just want to wish all the children in Dickinson County, as they start back to school, I think it's the 6th of August. Wish them all the best and safety, and I want to also wish the teachers a good year, and the administrators, and our football team, our basketball team, our cheerleaders, the whole crew. I can't name them all, but I wish them, and I thank my fellow board members. I had a guy that I serve on that was from Russell, 2 of them from Russell County, and they said, "How come we don't hear nothing about Dixon County fighting and scratching?" I said,
those days are over.
I said, well, because we got a good board and we got a wonderful administrator. And we understand the concept, you don't spend more than you take in. But we tried our best to be frugal with the people's money, and I think all 5 of us do. And I thank Larry for his devotion and his work ethic. It's amazing to me. And I'm so glad that Peggy's little great-grandson got to come home yesterday. And I'm thankful to the good Lord. Go ahead, Peggy.
Gonna steal your thunder.
I stole your thunder.
That's fine, that's fine. I said 3 months ago, when he was born by an emergency C-section at only 28 weeks and 3 pounds and 5 ounces, that God saved him for a purpose, and my granddaughter. That we didn't know what would be held from April till July of his due date. And he has grown now. He is a little over 9 pounds. He has been off of oxygen and CPAP. All of his tests has been good. His feeding tube came out Saturday, and the doctor said if he keeps holding on and eating good, we will look at him going home probably sometime this week. Well, yesterday, around 1 o'clock, they said he could go home. And we have all been praying for the last 3 months that he matures and grows to get to come home. And my granddaughter has done wonderful. 2 weeks after she had her surgery to have him, she just bounced back. She stayed at the hospital almost every day. And after he got moved to PICU, she stayed at night, every night. So she has been wonderful, and just keep praying for all of them that they can endure learning how to take care of a new little baby. Even though he's 3 months old tomorrow, he's only still right around a little over 9 pounds. But I appreciate my board members. I appreciate the county. I just don't know that I'd ever want to live nowhere else. My mom used to let us go, me and my twin sister, go to Michigan every summer to spend time with the family up there from 1970 when we finished elementary school. And when I went that first summer, I said, I will never be back. And I never spent another summer in Michigan because Dickinson County has been my home. And I appreciate the people here. I just want the citizens to know that we, like Rhonda said, and like I said last month, that we just don't want to say, oh boy, we've got all this money coming in, how can we spend it? We want to be able to try to save some money, not spend every dollar. And definitely, I don't think anybody in this county has anything to worry that the 5 of us, along with Larry, that we will overspend our money. We just do not do that. We won't do that. But I thank everybody for coming. I thank Richard for his granddaughter. She has been very, very ladylike tonight, very, very good youngin'. And I appreciate that. I'm glad Shelby's husband's doing better, and I'm like Rhonda. Everybody's going back to work in schools, all the kids is going back, and just pray for safety, for knowledge, for getting along, for being kind to one another, and let this be the best year that they've had. I'm done.
All kinds of good news.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think, Lord, my pastor came to check on me tonight.
He might have come to check on his brother.
Thank you. I'm proud of you also, Frank.
Well, I appreciate my brother and Randall coming today and participating. Means a lot.
It does mean a
Yeah.
lot.
But,
Appreciate,
Go ahead.
Richard's granddaughter also. She's very polite.
Yeah, I hope he brings
I
you
hope
back.
she
again.
learned a lot tonight. Other young people ought to come to government,
bring faith.
bring your government classes to
That's one
our
thing I
board
keep
meetings.
doing. It's younger.
Yeah,
Getting younger people involved.
Yeah, I mean, kind of as you can see, we've got all these committees now. We've got Energy Committee, Resilience Committee, Recreation Department, where we're trying to get the community involved. You know, so you all have a say in what goes on and have an input. So this board here is very dedicated to getting community involvement and fiscal responsibility and stuff. So like everybody else, I appreciate this board a lot. It's a very good board. And appreciate all the fire and rescue. They're usually here every meeting,
Yeah.
supporting us and stuff. So we'll support you all as much as we possibly can. Continue to work together. Everybody just continue to work together. And we'll do great things in this county. That's all I've got. God bless everybody and have a wonderful week.
Amen.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
As well. We're adjourned.